it's okay to feel good. You know, as I've said before, the mind is the greatest terrorist weapon ever invented. And it is an invention, that false mind. That is a terrorist mind. And who we terrorize is ourselves, demonize ourselves. And then want to find out who's to blame and who did it. And yeah, that's there too. Yet the only one we really have control over is ourselves. And we need to control the mind, or the mind is going to control you. This is how it works. And it's okay to feel good. You know, we give awards for feeling bad and suffering. And because you are good. You know, as I look at what motivated me so much when I was going to church, and it was wonderful, metaphysics and religious science, unity, these are all wonderful. And as I'm going and learning and such, why I would go, I would feel good when I got there. I wasn't around a lot of people that were judging me as much as the people I was around, or I wasn't judging myself really as much. And it felt so good to be there. And then I wanted to be there more and more. And really what it meant is I wanted to have those good feelings more and more. Because, you know, even when you're alone with yourself, who's doing it? It's your mind. It's old dialogue. It's what somebody said, what you're going to say, what you're going to do. Just watch that. That's not you. And it's really not the reality that is the natural, magnificent reality that is our true divine home. And that reality is all pervading and always available, yet we have to ourselves be of that same, what would you say, character or nature, which is our divine nature, and be acting that and being that, you know, in every aspect of our being to the best of our ability. So when we take a look at what it means to feel good, some people feel good when other people are miserable. If that's you, then in a sense you don't have a soul. Because a true person, divine being, is happy for other people's happiness, is actually endeavoring for their good. But the good, that isn't just good for one, but it's good for all, including animals. Well, that's not possible. Well, you have no, if you really start to do your sleuthing, your research, your spiritual work, even more, you don't stop until you actually have attained the goal, the objective of all your sleuthing. And I looked at all of mine, all my searching, everything I did, in a sense, because I wanted to feel good enough. I always thought everybody was better. They were better than I was. They didn't like me, or I wanted them to like me, or just it was on and on and on and on. That means giving other people the power to validate or invalidate you. When you don't need validation, and if you don't need validation, you can't be invalidated, because you're already whole, complete, and perfect at the level of who we really are as a spirit soul. And they say, well, when you're really who you are, you're not really a person. Of course you're a person. You're always a person. I've had many, many experiences beyond anything I could have ever made happen myself of the divine, the spiritual. And realizing that we only have had a small taste of what's possible for us. And the key is to stop feeling bad. And when we look at that, we do things so we feel good. We want somebody to like us or to appreciate us, or we get some money, or we get some this or that. We're going to survive in the body. This needs to be about you as a soul, not about you as a physical body. because you're not a physical body. You're a spirit soul body, a divine body. Yes, beautiful. And as you're activating that body now by being that way, you feel better and better because you don't hate. You see what's going on. You know what to choose, what works for you, and you like it, and it's good for all. You know that. It's there. You come from wisdom. You're not worried about the future. You don't live in fear. And how that operates is to work to overcome doubt. The doubt that that's okay, or the doubt that that's possible, or the doubt that that's who we are, because the indoctrination into the consciousness through probably all, and even through the body, has been is to depower, to in a sense shut us down, to keep us from knowing who we are. And that means if you've ever been in a relationship with someone who's so afraid to lose you, they have to make you think that you need them when they need you, you see, because they don't know who they are. And when you know who you are, you can perceive all that's gone on and whatever you've done, but you perceive it how it is, and you're not there anymore. You're always right now. And that's where the power and the knowledge is, and the good. Yes, you see? So it's working with yourself. And that's the work we need to do, is to root out and let go of those beliefs and those concepts that are torturing humans and animals and children. This is a sickness. This is a deviation. And we must root that out within ourselves that has this desire for others to suffer and to enjoy their pain and their suffering. Look at how much comedy is at someone else's painful expense and what's funny. And this kind of programming that goes on is to keep us from knowing and being and activating who we really are. And you could do that right now where you are, always. That's where you are. That's where the power is. And if you find that you're stopped and you're self-torturing and feeling bad, look at what are you getting out of it? Why are you doing it? And it's that self-punishing. Yes, okay, we made mistakes. Make the correction. But you have an eternal existence. And why we've gotten into trouble is not listening to our inner voice that always knows, but to the mind voice. The anger, get the team, you're going to do this, and you have to do this, and all of this is built all the time because you're so powerful that all you have to do is know who you are and be who you are. That's it. Now, the key is to let go of all that is not you and to bring forth all those divine qualities that you are and activating them. Yes. Now, it's okay to feel good. And the more we feel good, the more we want, because it's who we are. Yes.